getting ready to go down to Statesboro this coming Saturday. It's been a long time coming. We've been practicing against ourselves now for about a month, and you know, it's exciting times to be getting ready to go down and play somebody other than ourselves. So I think it's always on our staff, I guess me first, to put the best product we possibly can out there, Joe. We got to make everything that we possibly can happen, you know, in a way that we get a chance to win every week. Besides that, it's got nothing to do with me. It's a 2018 South State football season, and we want to go out and play the very best we can. You know, everything else is kind of inconsequential.
You felt more anxious, though, maybe as just the coach, knowing everything that took place, obviously, this offseason going into this year, to get back out there on the field?
Well, there's some anxiety for sure. You want to make everything happen a lot faster than it will. But at the same time, I guess you've been around this thing for as long as I have. It's going on 40 some odd years now. You kind of seen a game or two. You've seen a few things happen. So, you know, I think I can control myself. I think I can keep my wits about me in a way where, you know, I think we can kind of just relax and let it happen.
What will be the key for you guys going into Georgia Southern? You have a lot of new faces on the team, and just kind of handle that environment against a quote-unquote bigger opponent for you guys, and how do you think they'll handle it?
Well, we've got to stop the run. Georgia Southern's a traditional option team. They go through all kinds of different varieties and styles, but the bottom line is they still block you and make you defend all the responsibilities. You know, we got to stop the run, and then at the same time, we need to figure out how to generate some offense ourselves. We got to be able to control the football some and keep the football away from that offense some, because sometimes when they get it, you don't get it back. So, you know, that's got to be our mission of sorts. We got to be somewhat that way ourselves.
Do you think your offense can be that efficient against a team where you might not get the ball as much? You're talking about possession. They want to keep it and wear you down, and your team might have fewer opportunities to really do something on that side.
Well, that's the mission. That's what we got to be. We understand that. The tough part about it is that the majority of the returners that they have on their team seem to be on the defensive side. They've got, I think, somewhere in about the 9 to 10 range guys that are returning that, you know, their leading tacklers. They lost their 2 top tacklers though, but then everybody else is back, and their defensive front personnel, you know, is back in place. So, you know, we got our work cut up for us, no doubt, and I'm sure our Coach Lunsford and that outfit, will understand that we will try to run the football. So they'll put every effort to try to make sure that we can't do that. So it'll be, you know, 2 immovable objects of sorts, you know, going against each other. It'll be pretty important that we do something special there. If not, then it'll be a long day for us.
Buddy, getting off this week, just talking about one of your former players, Darius Leonard, it seemed like the other day he was projected to be the starter going into the season. I don't know if you're a big texter or anything like that. I don't know how if you've been in contact with him at all. If you have, what have those conversations been like? And you know, just how excited are you just seeing the way he's been playing? You know, he's been texting back and forth with Coach Harrison and some of our other coaches almost every day, and I get it. You know, he hits me occasionally, but now, you know, it appears that he's really having a great camp, and you know, we're awfully proud of him. The fact that it looks like he is going to start. There were stories early in camp that, you know, he might be a mistake, and the fact that he wasn't there for some of the off-season OTAs, they call them, camp kinds of things, you know, was a little bit of a disappointment. But, you know, he's now healthy and doing really well. And, you know, from what I hear, you know, things seem to be going well for him. So we're proud of him and looking forward to seeing just how good he can be in the coming years. Any advice for him? It seems like he's the news. Well, father advice, because he made the announcement yesterday that he's going to be having a baby.
I saw the deal with him on the I guess YouTube or whatever that was yesterday, doing his father thing, and yeah, I got some advice for him. In another 20-some odd years, hopefully I'm around somewhere trying to get that child. Hopefully it's a boy. Because if he is, I know he'll be able to run, and I know he'll hit you.
about just back to with Georgia Southern? I know they broke in a quarterback last year, a young kid from here in the state.
Yeah.
And you got some film on him to look at, so that should help with that offense.
Well, he was the starter for most of the year last year. The worst kid from up at Newberry is that quarterback. And of course, if Carolina had taken him, then we wouldn't have this problem now. It wouldn't be, running around the way he does with Georgia Southern. But he's a good young player. He can run like as fast as anybody, to be perfectly honest with you. He was like their second leading rusher last year. They've got another kid that's about a 800-900 yard rusher. They rushed for over 3,000 yards last year as a team. That's just that deal. So regardless what you do, as a Georgia Southern coach, you better be able to run the football. And he's the prototypical guy that they use, in that regard. So looks like he's going to be a handful.
So on the same. By the same token, like y'all got a young quarterback, you're kind of breaking any place on last year, but still, what does Nick bring to the offense, and what is that? They don't have a lot of film on him either, so
they don't, and we hope to be, maybe even somewhat similar to Georgia Southern in the way they do things. We've all over the years studied the option style attacks in this area. Everybody's got one. The Citadel's got a little bit of a deal. Charleston Southern, we've seen what they do. I think Wofford, I don't know exactly what Wofford will be now since Coach Ayers is retired, but, they got a lot of tendencies out there, a lot of little nuances of their offense that you see, from looking at film from those guys. So, we like to try to emulate some of that with our style of guy. Back in the old days when Coach Jefferson was here, man, they had a lot of really good option quarterbacks. And, we don't have a Nate Rivers here, but it'd be nice if we could get, one of these guys. We got a couple of young guys, too. In our program that have been option style kind of guys. Corey Fields from down in Charleston, we think, got a chance to be, a good young quarterback. And the Quincy Hill kid from Spring Valley in Columbia is also a guy who's done some option kind of stuff that way. They were in that, I guess maybe that ham bone, wing bone offensive sorts at Spring Valley. So, these guys all have that kind of style of ability themselves, and, we like to try to emulate some of those things if we could.